So what's your favorite John Philip Sousa song? Considering it's Sousa? Is it pronounced Sousa?
No idea what you're talking about.
the composer, John Philip Sousa.
You watch your language.
he did he did Stars and Stripes Forever.
I thought you were gonna say he did Son of the Mask.
And he did Semper Fidelis and the Liberty Bell.
Are you actually? You're talking about a
them.
real thing. You're not talking about like a Residence or the Son of the Mask.
No, I'm really talking about John Philip Sousa. This is real. He did a.
This feels like something they'd bring up on Being Jim Davis. This doesn't feel like a topic that.
On Being Jim
you
Davis, the co-host would know what to answer.
I'd be like, yeah, they would be like, oh. They would already have pulled up the Wikipedia page for John Philip Sousa.
I find that his early pre-military work.
Obviously, my favorite John Philip Sousa song is the Washington Post March. Although I do also enjoy King Cotton and Invincible Eagle. I do enjoy all those.
Washington Post March is actually the Monty Python theme song.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Well, it's funny. I almost said Monty Python's Flying Circus also, which would have broken. that would have not worked.
No, yeah, no.
You're hosting.
I only know about Sousa because the Residence of an album of Hank Williams and Sousa.
Oh my God! It is a Residence thing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, John Philip Sousa didn't just exist in the Residence, but how?
Lucky guy, so in love might make you puke. She's the apple of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Dupe. Stamma ding dong loop de loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
You're listening to Being Mr. Boop. We gotta tell the guys at work about this one. My name is Lisa Dupe, and I am Mr. Boop.
My name is Ryan Pfeiffer, and I am Mr. Boop.
Mr. Boop?
No, Mr. Boop.
You know what? What if?
No,
what
Mr.
If this
Boop.
was like,
I expect you to die.
You familiar with the movie Reservoir Dogs?
Yes. Continue the intro. Finish the intro.
Ryan, it's Friday, March 6th, 2020, and today we're reading the 18th ever Mr. Boop strip. What happened in today's Mr. Boop?
In today's Mr. Boop minus Mr.
So that's why I referenced Reservoir Dogs, because they're all Misters in that. You know?
Yeah. Are you familiar with the Dorian Electra song, Mr. to You?
No.
I love that song.
You familiar with the Residence identities? Mr.
Panel 1.
Mr. Blue and Mr. Pink and Mr. Skull.
Panel 1. We got this one's just Betty. That's why it's Mr. Boop minus
Betty.
Mr. It's Betty in all four
Big fan.
panels. First three panels we just see her standing around in a void in the same it's the same shot of her in the first three panels. In the first one she's like looking to the side. Her hands are kind of like out on her against her waist, against her dress.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love Betty Boop, you know? Big fan.
And she's thinking her thinkalog reads, "Where's Alec?" And there's an electoral heart. Electoral heart. It's not Electra Heart. That's an album.
We also have one that's Electra Heart.
No, we don't. It's Electra. No, we don't.
I'm gonna.
You have not looked at the slang guide at all, have you?
We do. Electoral.
Electoral heart. That's what we're saying. Electoral heart. No, I'm deleting whatever it is you're typing. A real term for Electra heart. A real term for a real thing. That's what you wrote. What real thing is that?
Everything. An album by Marina and the Diamonds.
That is not.
Released on Atlantic
That is not
Records.
a comic element.
No, You know, it was released on Elektra Records. Fun fact.
It was released on Family Jewels Records.
Yeah. People who released
Panel
the
2,
Stooges albums.
Betty looks a bit more nervous. She's like clenching her teeth, looking to the other side. She's sweating. One of her arms is like groping her one of her breasts, and the other arm is like
Holding it
straight
hard, at
down.
least.
She's like holding it for comfort.
Now, obviously, Alec couldn't have been here when this happened, but he assumed this happened, and he was right because he knows his wife.
He probably asked her about it later.
Oh, yeah.
She's got another think bubble coming off of her, and the think log reads, "He's usually home by now. Electries."
And this is our second setup panel. Our second build-up.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
Because we've got our setup
For what? For a punchline is
build-up. Yeah, not for a punchline, for a payoff, for a climax.
panel 3. Her hands are up, like up to her face,
Home
kind of.
Alone style,
very
Luigi's
very
Mansion.
similar to Home Alone style, I would say. And she's her
like the
lips are in
face.
like a heart, more than usual. I mean, they're all
You know what I love about
her lips
Betty Boop?
always kind of look like a heart, but they're connected into like an O shape right now, which makes her look a little bit more like a heart.
You know
she's
what I love
sweating
about Betty
even
Boop,
more.
though? How fucked she looks.
Huh?
This is just like how like ghoulish she looks. And like not even just in this panel specifically, like in every time I see her, she's just like, and that is a ghost of a cartoon lady, and it does something for me. Not sexual, just like, hey, yeah, that's a particularly not really with the stuff that's like on stickers and keychains. So with like the actual cartoons. Like, she just looks ghoulish, and I'm like, nice. That's freaky. Cartoons should be weird looking. That's my quote.
Huh.
I hate Steven Universe. The pilot is the only thing that looks good in Steven Universe because it looks freaky. Next question.
What about Onion?
This is a Wendy's, sir.
Yeah, sure. What about Onion?
What do you mean, what about Onion?
From Steven Universe, he's cool.
I mean, I've only seen the pilot.
No, you've seen the show.
No, I've not seen the
You've
show.
not seen. Then how can you talk?
I've seen the pilot.
Onion, Steven Universe.
Oh, yeah.
He's cool.
He's not that freaky.
No, he's not
The
freaky,
style
but he's
of the
cool.
pilot- Yeah, but I'm not talking about cool. I'm talking about freaky.
They don't all need
Like
to be like
ghoulish.
that. He looks like he's from Clarence.
Needs to be ghoulish slightly, like how the pilot looks.
But Clarence doesn't.
It's
Clarence doesn't look
off-putting you.
ghoulish.
Yeah, that's why it's a bad show.
What? It is not.
Yes.
No,
I
it
agree
is not.
with myself. I mean, he kind of looks ghoulish. He's got no ears, but not really.
He looks like a little hippo boy
Yeah.
because of his like teeth and stuff. He's like designed to kind of look like a hippo.
Love that little guy.
Hmm?
Clarence is a good show.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what you just said. So Betty's sweating even more in this panel. She's got like 3, like, what would you call these, like, marks coming off her head? They're like kind of panicky.
Like anime bangs.
Anime bangs?
Can I put that in the yeah?
Are you saying
anime
that's what
bangs.
you
I
want
just
to
made
call
up
them?
the-
I don't
Yeah,
know if
making up the
I
words.
thought about
Anime
it for a
bang.
second. I don't know if we really need a name for that.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Well, I don't. In
Anime
that case, I
bang.
don't like anime bangs for the title.
Okay, what would you call it?
Something
Well,
that's
we've
like
established
something
it
that's
doesn't
reminiscent
matter.
of Excite Bikes.
Excite bikes.
Yeah.
Anime
About
bikes.
Excite Trikes.
Because there's 3 of them.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Excite Trikes. Write that down. Write that miscellaneous. No, I'll write it because your keyboard's noisier. I'll write it. Oh my god, stop. Please. This is so
Man, someone-
torturous to edit.
someone's
I don't
really,
even. I'll write it later.
Trike, that's not how you spell trikes.
Sure it is. What do you mean?
It's spelled with a Y.
No. Bicycle, bike, tricycle, trike.
No.
Trike.
Spelled- Oh. I guess you're right.
There's another thought bubble
I
coming
thought
off of
bicy-
Betty in panel 3, which reads, "Gosh, I hope
Thanks.
Bugs Bunny isn't killing him." And there's an electro mark. Is that right? Electro point. Sorry. Wait.
Oh, come on. You
Wait,
gotta
no,
fail the,
wait.
test.
Electro mark is also fine because mark isn't used for anything else, and people say exclamation
Language
mark,
is evolution.
exclamation point. It's interchangeable, so electro mark is also
Like-
fine.
Okay, and language is evolving, isn't it? And this is a
No,
language.
it's written in stone. Panel 4, we got our first close up of Betty. It's a different shot for the first time in this comic, in this strip specifically.
It's so good. This is
It's
a
a
great
close up of
drawing.
her. We only see one hand, but it kind of feels like she's sticking both hands out in like a hey go
Hey
type
man,
way.
I'm doing jazz hands.
Yeah, jazz hands a little bit. Her pupils are like little, like very small circles, like, and she's got bags in her eyes to show just like how much she's panicking. She's still sweating a lot. She's leaning a little bit, like off panel. There's a thought bubble
Yeah.
coming from her that says, "Bugs
It's
Bunny
like
is
she's doing
probably killing."
She's in a YouTube thumbnail. Put this in the thumbnail.
We can't put it in the thumbnail.
Okay.
Bugs Bunny is probably killing my husband
I
right
quit.
now. Is what she's thinking. You talked over it both times I said it. It's the It's the end of the. I'm like trying to put it out. Bugs Bunny is probably killing my husband right now. That's what she's thinking.
Am I hosting? Yeah, I am. Well, that was a good one, right?
Yeah, this is a good strip.
You've been listening to me. Mr.
What? Are you hosting?
Ay, caramba!
No.
Yeah, according to the
No. Come on, we gotta talk about it a little bit. We can't just end it as like if we end it as soon as we stop describing it. There's no point to this. There's like even less point to this podcast.
I thought the point was to get Alec Robbins in a phone call with us.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay, I like this one. Because
I like it
the
too.
phones
All
are
right,
pretty
you've been
good.
listening.
You've been listening to me.
That's the discussion.
Ay, caramba! You can visit the show's website at www.beingmrboop for a full catalog of
I didn't
episodes.
realize that actually
And
be the
sign
end.
up to Mr. Boop. For more updates, follow at Mr. Boop Pod on Twitter. Hello, boop, 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 boop.
That was the quietest outro yet.
This podcast was brought to you by the Pitch Drop Podcast Network. Like what you just heard? Support the show by going to patreon.com/pitchdrop. And while you're at it, check out pitchdrop.net for more of this and other shows.